Well, hello again, and we are rapidly closing in on the end of the semester. Only a few more chapters to go. Today we take up chapter 12, which is managing conflict and change. Here we have 8 basic topics to take a quick look at. I'll just outline them for you briefly, and we'll move on to discussion questions. First of all, a definition of conflict and some of the major types of conflict are the first topic taken up, and you'll find page 473 of the textbook introduces you to this material. Secondly, relating some of the most effective ways of managing conflict begins on page 476, and this is key because what happens when you have resistance, conflict, disagreement. Sometimes the best way to handle it is head on, sometimes indirectly, and this section talks a little bit about that. In section 3, we discuss how change actually takes place, and here we talk about planning and organizing change, managing change as well. In section 4, we explained the 4 common responses to change, and these should come as no surprise. They are rejection, resistance, tolerance, and acceptance. So they're from a negative response all the way to a positive response, and this will vary based on the type of change, the organization's culture, and the individual's attributes. In topic 5, we identify 3 dimensions of change, and here we have a logical dimension, a psychological dimension, and a sociological dimension to change, and each of these is discussed in turn. Topic 6, we describe the basic steps in the change process, and here the textbook gives you 5 basic steps. You should outline these for yourself so that you can recall them and list them at will. Topic number 7 is to describe the characteristics of a change leader. And this is somebody who gets out in front and is proactive on managing and implementing necessary changes. And finally, topic 8, how structural and organizational development can be used as change interventions. Organizational development, OD, is one of the 2 or 3 most important concepts within the chapter, so make sure that you read up organizational development, an effort to improve the enterprise's effectiveness by dealing with individual, group, and overall organizational problems from a technical standpoint and from a humanistic standpoint. There's our definition, and be sure you read this section carefully. There is a 9th topic, exploring ways to use a mentor to enhance your career, and this is not subject material that you'll be tested on, but it is very, very useful information, and I would not pass by this material without taking a look at it, because in your professional career you are going to be working with hopefully 1 or more mentors, people who can help you out because they've been down the road a little ways ahead. Sort of like your professor, but here it's a unique role for me, not mentors. So take a look at the differences between professor and mentor, and you'll have a map or a guideline for your future career development. So this summarizes the material in chapter 12 very, very briefly. Go ahead and take a look at the discussion questions, and this will be a fairly brief chapter. I'll ask a couple questions and we'll move on next week to chapter 13, and I believe at that point we have a quiz scheduled. We'll make it a short multiple choice test on a couple of chapters. Okay, you have your directions. Happy reading and happy answering. See you later.